Hello, hello, hello. My name is Victor Vonico Johnson. You can call me Victor. So I am super excited to be here with the Germania Insurance team. I got tons of content, tons of information. I kind of want to set the groundwork here for you. So find yourself a comfortable place where you can take good notes, you can hear very well, you can see the screen. I'm going to share some slides with you that I know will impact you and your team positively. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into my slides, and I am super excited to share with you all today. So hopefully everyone can see things very clearly. We move this out of the way. So Germania Insurance has partnered with me. I am a consultant. My company is called Be the Victor Consulting. And today we're going to talk about how leading leaders lead. That's right. You're all leaders. Even if you're an independent insurance agent of a team of 1 or 3 or 10, you are a leader. You have chosen an industry that has a long history of success, and we want to make you as successful as possible. So today is Leading Leaders Lead. Leverage your team, your tools, and your network to scale your business. Again, my name is Victor Johnson. I am super excited to be here with you today. So strap in, let's get some good note taken in, and feel free to take screenshots. Again, I'll share this slide with the team members who have hired me to come out and speak with you all today. And so you should be able to kind of rewind and go back when you have access to this on your own. All right, just a little bit about me and what qualifies me to be here today. So I am an entrepreneur. I am a speaker. My company is Nico Don Projects, and I do business as Be the Victor Consulting. I'm a published author. I have a book called Proven Pathways to Wealth and Happiness. I'm a treasurer for a nonprofit, and I do quite a bit of consulting in the real estate investing space, leadership space. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and small businesses, especially those that have sales teams, and I have some youth programs as well. But my career accolades are I spent 17 years managing and developing leaders, dozens of leaders in the call center space. Everything from collection agencies to sales, customer service, I've done it all. 17 years of doing that. I've advanced through the ranks. I've also helped develop a lot of processes and procedures. And the biggest part of, I think, my career that I'm really proud of is the relationships that I have been able to leverage and grow and nurture throughout the years. Because as I stepped into full-time entrepreneurship over the last 5 to 8 years, it has served me well by being someone who is great with building relationships and nurturing those relationships. So that's a little bit about me. I'm excited to share with you all some things that have been successful in my career and things that I've shared with other teams that have helped them get outstanding numbers in their sales and in their growth. So let's dig in. So today's topic again is leading leaders lead. Tips for leveraging your team, your tools, and your network to scale your business. And I love this quote: big journeys begin with small steps. We've got to do the work. You got to take daily actions. You know, your success and your failure lies within your daily activity. So you may want to analyze what are some of the daily habits that you have? What are the daily steps that you're working on with your team and with your teammates? And some of those will probably need to be analyzed if you really want to make a big difference moving into the next year with your business. So just a little bit about the content that we're going to highlight today. I'm going to talk about some common pain points that I've seen in the insurance industry, especially with smaller insurance agents. We'll talk about the topics, which is, again, what I'm outlining. I've already outlined today. 5-step sales cycle. There are 5 keys to every sales cycle, and we'll dig into that a little bit. We'll talk about how you can empower your team members, some systems and automations for efficiencies within your business, and really this one you'll love: leveraging your referral partners so that you can grow and scale as a business. Some setting and achieving goal tips, and then believing in the process. And then there'll be a way that you can contact me later, especially those who may want to look into reaching out to me for some individual coaching. So let's dig in. So what are some common pain points? And I'm sure you're thinking about them now. You may have experienced it before you came into this class or into this training today. You may have already realized a few pain points that have been gnawing at you, and you really want to conquer those. But in working with a lot of independent insurance agents, here are some of the top 5 that I've heard, and let me know or kind of think about if they resonate with you. Lead generation, prospecting for new business. Oh my goodness. No matter what kind of business you're in, you're selling something, selling a product, a service, or an idea. And we've always got to find new people to present old ideas to. So lead generation and prospecting is definitely one that I know is a pain point for independent insurance agents as well. Market competition. You're probably not the only insurance agent or insurance company in your market. So you've got to find constantly ways to differentiate your services from your competitors. Administrative burdens, those time-consuming tasks that take away from your core business. Oh my goodness, especially as a small business, you find yourself wearing many hats, you're doing many jobs and tasks, and a lot of times those are not the best use of your time. When I'm dealing with my real estate investor clients, I have a kind of a slogan or a thing that I tell them all the time. Is this a minimum wage activity that you're doing? And when I say minimum wage, just is this something that you are doing that is below what you feel your hourly value is? For example, if you are in the real estate space, then you probably don't want to be doing a whole lot of administrative tasks, putting together forms and documents. Hire a virtual assistant for that stuff, right? Those are what I consider minimum wage activities. I'm in real estate investing and I don't pick up a hammer, so I hire people to do that. So sometimes you really got to look at the activities that you're performing in your industry, and are they giving you the best use of your particular time? Technology adoption. There's always rapidly evolving technology trends that we've got to find to run our businesses. And that can be by itself a time-consuming task. And happening in the insurance business, I know that regulatory and compliance complexity is something that you are always having to deal with, trying to stay up to date with the different regulations, different things that may have come out in your press releases or in different industry partners that are sharing challenges that they may have had. And I know you've got to stay compliant since you're offering insurance products to the marketplace. And then lastly, client education and communication. You've got to ensure that your clients fully understand their insurance needs and their choices. So why did I spend time talking about some of the pain points of an independent insurance agent? Well, first of all, I was asked to come in and kind of give you some things that will help you grow your business. And if you have pain points, then those are taking you away from growing the business. And then 2, I know for a fact that by the end of this training today, at least 4, probably 6 of these pain points I can help you alleviate or at least reduce. So again, pay close attention, take some notes, get some screenshots in if you need to, and let's dig in. So for the main thing, if you are in the lead generation space, which I know you are, you always want to find new clients. I'm going to kind of go through and I'm going to burn through this one kind of quickly because I could do an entire training just on the 5-step sales cycle. But it was important for me to add this because especially as a smaller team, maybe you can take a look at some of the things that you're doing in your business, and you could be missing a step that is very critical to that 5-step sales cycle. So the number one thing you've got to do if you are in the sales cycle is you've got to connect with people. You've got to find the target audience. You need to understand who your target audience is. Who are your customers? Where are they at? And you've got to connect with them. And it really needs to be as authentic as possible. You can't immediately jump in and, hey, buy my product, buy my insurance. You've got to find ways to connect with people. I love going to networking events, and we'll talk a lot more about this down the line here. But when I go to networking events, my first goal is just to connect with somebody on a common level. You like to drink old fashions? So do I. You like burgers or chicken or salad? So do I. Hey, I have a jacket similar to that. Where are you from? And so I'm always just looking for some kind of common thread that we can connect on. And that's the very first level of the sales cycle, connecting with people. Next, you've got to create some interest in what you do. And one of the main ways that you can create interest is understanding what it is that they do. Or even better yet, what are the pain points that they are experiencing in the things that they do? And this could be in your general conversation. It could be through a form, an intake form that you have where you're asking about some of the challenges that they have in their business so that you can align yourself, your product, your service, or your idea with a solution for that person. So you've got to create some interest some kind of way. Thirdly, you've got to have a compelling presentation. So if you're not explaining how you overcame a challenge with what you do, and then better yet, how there's a solution for that particular person, you're probably going to lose them. So in your presentation, you've got to be able to address those pain points that hopefully you've gathered through their intake form or through their conversation with you in that connection and in that creating interest phase. You've got to have a compelling presentation. And maybe it's not you that's good at the presentation. Maybe you have a team member that's better at drumming up the business, getting out there in front of people. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well, as putting people in the right place. But if you have a more outgoing person on your team, you might want to have them deliver that compelling presentation. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times I've noticed with entrepreneurs, they feel like they've got to be the face of the business. No, you've got to be the leader of your business. And that could mean putting a different face in front of your business. Create the desire. And that's all part of that gathering interest, compelling presentation. Create the desire for them to where they have to have what you are offering. You laid out a great connection. You made a good connection with them. So they're starting to like you. There may be even some trust starting to build. You've laid out how you overcame something and how you've helped others. Maybe that was through testimonials that you've offered, or you've talked about some solutions that are within your business that are unique to what you're offering, a particular way that you deliver the insurance or how you follow up with your customers, whatever that is that you've explained in your compelling presentation. But create some desire. They've got to want it, they've got to need it, and they've got to want it from you and your team. So create some desire around that product, service, or idea that you're offering. And you'll find that really the sale is actually happening here. And you don't even have to go to the close. But if you do have to close, you've got to be direct. Ask for the business. Do not be afraid to say, my price is this is how we work, the next steps are. Because what I found in a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners, they're great with these first 4 steps. They can connect, they can create interest, they have a compelling presentation, they've created desire, but maybe they didn't ask for the business. So come up with a strategy for you and your team, and everyone should be consistent with how they're making that ask. It doesn't have to be delivered the same way, but everybody on the team needs to know what the pricings are, how we get to the next step in the selling process, how do we collect payment, and listen, make it easy for people to do business with you. Don't have this super convoluted process for people to sign up and get a policy going. You've got to make it easy for people to spend their money with you. And that is all part of that close process. So hopefully this resonates with you. Again, we do a full training on this with my team. And if you all are interested in that, you can always reach out to me at bethevictor.us on more steps on going deeper into the sales cycle. So we've talked about how to get the sales, and we really need to understand if we have people on the team that are in the right place. Are they doing the things that need to be done? And I am really big, my team and I, we offer a certified DISC assessment. And if you're not familiar with what a DISC assessment is, there are 4 key behavioral traits that we all have. And we all have all 4, but typically there are 2 of those 4 that are higher than the other 2. For example, if you are very dynamic and outgoing, those are considered Ds. That's where the D is. You're dynamic, you're a decision maker. The I represents being very interpersonal. you're engaging with people. You don't have a problem with being the face of the business or getting on stage in front of people. That's that I. The S, those are people that are more structured. They like things to be very organized and orderly, and they're very, very much in a situation where there has to be a clear understanding of how things are being done before they will take action. And then the C, those are people that are more compliant. They like to be more cautious before they take steps. They really need to know. I mean, those are people that are very hesitant to pull the trigger on things because they're usually concerned about something going wrong. So you can see where having all four of these traits are important, but there are people on the team that are higher in the D, the I, the S, or the C. And so it's important that you have people in the right place. If you have your face of the business as a person that is really a C, they're never going to get to the sale. It's going to be taking so long to get to the ask in the closing that you may have lost that potential customer. So you've got to have people in the right place. And if you believe that this will be beneficial to take these DISC assessments with all of your team members, feel free to shoot me an email and we can get one out to you and get something going. But let's talk about having people in the right place and empowering the team members. This was one of my favorite things when I was running call center teams. At one point, I had over 100 team members that I had to manage, about 7 supervisors or managers. And it was very important that I was in a position that I could empower team members. Otherwise, I'd be running myself ragged. So you need to understand what everyone's strengths and their weaknesses are. And again, a DISC assessment is really good with this, but just really understanding how people perform, taking a look at their history with you and how they have operated in the past. And what are they stronger at? Are there better people with the follow-ups? Are there some people that are better with the design work that needs to happen with your flyers and your marketing and your website? Are there people that are better writers that can curate a great list of email campaigns or email templates that should go out into your market and your prospects? And that'll be really important as we get to some of the efficiencies that I'll talk about here. But really understanding everyone's strengths and their weaknesses is a critical step if you are a leader of a team and you've got a small team. Be clear with the overall team mission and vision, which goes back to, do you have a mission statement? Do you have a vision statement? They're not the same, you know. You got to have a mission for why you all show up every day, why this business exists. You know, perhaps it is you want to help people in the community have the best insurance policies available. You want to be available for them when those crises happen in their life or in their business. You want to have some kind of a mission for your business. And with the vision, it's got to be clear. 5 years from now, we have a vision that 80% of the community will be insured, or 90% of the community will be insured, will have policies that they can afford and that they understand. You know, I don't know what that is for you, but you've got to be clear on it because everybody in the team needs to understand the mission. You know, I love reading books, and there's a book by Simon Sinek, Start with Why. The why of your business is the driver of your business, not always the tactical steps that you're taking. You know, we've got to have a vision, there's got to be a strategy, and then there's got to be tactics. But Simon Sinek talks a lot about in the book of, if everyone is clear on the mission, then they are empowered to operate from that mission. Everything that they do aligns with the mission. So even if you're not there for a critical meeting, they understand the mission and they can communicate it effectively to the marketplace. So that one's a very big one. Celebrate the big and the small victories. As you can tell, I love smiling. I'm a positive guy. I love to celebrate the big and the small victories. Sometimes a small victory could be everybody showed up on time all 5 days this week. I mean, or maybe the victory is we all made our follow-up calls, or we landed that one particular business in the community that we really have been wanting to work with to offer insurance policies to their employees. Whatever that is for you, maybe put something up on the walls or send out an email every morning about, all right, today's mission is this. And if we can get X number of new clients booked or paid today, then that is a victory. Or maybe it's going out to a networking event. And if we connect with 10 new prospects today, then that is a victory. You've got to define what those victories are and then celebrate them. Bring in some, well, I'm in Texas, so maybe it's some tips, treats, or maybe it's just the fact that you recognize somebody with the Agent of the Day award. You know, those type of things, people love to have recognition for their hard work. Or maybe this one was big for me in my call center world, coming into work as the leader and just saying good morning by people's specific name. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, John. Good morning, Deontay. Good morning, Susie. Whatever it is, people feel honored when they hear their name, and they love hearing their name. So maybe it's just that simple. But if you're going to be the type of leader that's leading leaders, then you got to find some way to celebrate the big and the small victories. I just mentioned kind of recognition programs. Maybe it's a agent of the day, agent of the month. Maybe it's a dinner with the boss, dinner with the district manager, whatever it is. Have a recognition plan and put that up on a wall somewhere, or offer a ribbon or some type of a trophy that can sit on that desk or at that agent's workplace so that they feel recognized. Or if you're doing a lot of Zoom meetings, maybe there's a special banner that goes around that particular agent of the month or agent of the week so that everybody on the Zoom call, even from the regional and the national level, they understand that Susie was outstanding this week. So have some kind of a recognition program. And some of this may seem very basic and simple, but you know, the beauty of it is the execution, and the consistent execution is even more important, not those one-off type of recognition programs. And then this one, you can't have a business unless you have accountability. You've got to track the way that you want things to go. What is it? Inspect what you expect. Hold your team members accountable. Make sure that if it's 100 calls that have to be made a day, then have some kind of way where everybody sees how many calls have been made. That was really big in my call center world, is that we had stats that showed throughout the day where everyone was with contacts, with calls, with books, with paid clients, whatever that was. We had some accountability measures that helped us to stay on task. And accountability doesn't have to be a bad word. It doesn't mean, condoning people, but it just means that, you said you're going to do something and I want to hold you accountable to doing that. And that means that you also need to hold yourself accountable if you are the leader of a team. And it's okay to get feedback from your team members about ways that you can communicate more effectively, how you can be a better leader, ideas that can make the office run more efficiently. All of those matter, especially when you have small teams. So hopefully you're getting the gist of how these are processes and tools that can help you be more effective from the soft skills standpoint. Being a good communicator, being clear about the vision, understanding where people's strengths and weaknesses are, being able to hold people accountable, recognizing their success points or their positive points, making sure you're celebrating the big and small wins. All of that matters. But let's talk about some of the tactics that have to go on, the blocking and tackling in your business to help you be more effective. And we talked about some of the pain points of an insurance agent, and I wrote them down here just in case you don't remember: lead generation, prospecting, market competition, administrative burdens, technology adoption, and client education and communication. Well, I hope to offer you here in the next slide some things that will make your administrative task a lot less burdensome. We have so much technology nowadays that there are a lot of ways that you can automate things and make your business run more efficient. And, some of us are a little grayer in the chin, so we may not have kept up with everything that's out there, but I want to share with you some things that have helped me. In my business, I have a small business and most of the people that I work with are contractors. So oftentimes I find myself working by myself, or I'm setting up meetings where I talk with my contractors about things that they should be doing and some tools that have helped us make this business run so much more efficient. So The 5 tools to maximize your time and manage leads. And look, there are several of them. I'm not an affiliate with any of these businesses that I'm going to share with you, but I have used them religiously, and they have saved me time, they've saved me money, and they've helped me to stay in contact with my database. So number one, you've got to have a CRM tool. Maybe there's one through your insurance company, or if you're a franchise, maybe there's one that you're recommended to use, but you've got to have a customer relationship management system. You've got to have a way to keep track of people, send out emails, to send follow-up messages, to automate some of the sales process, to gather that intake information that's part of your 5-step sales cycle. So the customer relationship management system is critical, very important. So hopefully this is something that you will be able to do. I like using Go High Level. It's one of the newer systems out there as of this recording, and we're in 2023 as of the recording. And Go High Level does a lot of the things that I'm going to actually talk about here in the next few bullets. It has email management, social media management. It has automation. You can set up triggers and automatic messages based on certain words or keywords that come in, or a certain part of the sales cycle that happens. You can automate a message that goes out, send out the next steps. A lot of those things are in the Go High Level tool. But HubSpot is another one that is very effective, and Salesforce, of course, is one of the industry leaders. Appointment scheduling software. My favorite thing to do is to allow my prospects to schedule an appointment themselves. So these are tools that allow you to sync up your calendar, your main calendar. So I use iCalendar as one of my primary. Maybe you're a Google Calendar person, or you like Outlook. Whatever calendar you use primarily, you can sync it up to these tools, and people can find a space on your calendar that is convenient. And it saves time, because you don't have to go these back and forth emails. Well, how does Thursday at 2 work? Well, how about Friday at 9? Well, what about next Monday at There's an opening on your calendar. Find a time that's convenient for you. And you can also block out times that you don't want people to end up on your calendar. If you got big time sales meetings, or you've got reporting time or training times, you can block off from 9 to 11 on Tuesday, so nobody is added to your calendar during that time and causing a double booking situation. My favorite is Calendly. I definitely love them. They're constantly coming up with new software updates, but there's also Acuity and Bookify. Accounting software, especially if you are, again, a smaller team, you've got to have a way to track your incoming income and your expenses, and categorizing how much you want to spend each month in certain categories. Especially if you're doing marketing, you've got to be able to take a look back and see how much did we spend on marketing in Q1, Q2, or how much did we spend in marketing in July versus June. You've got to have the data to help your business thrive. If you really want to scale, you've got to see what's going on, and you are able to grow and expand the things that you measure. And one of my favorite tools is QuickBooks. I hired a bookkeeper for maybe a 3 or 4 hour window to set up all my categories. And then from there, I can manage it myself. I'll bring her or him in when I need to have updates done, if it's something I don't understand. And my QuickBooks syncs up with my CPA so that they can do their job to get my monthly reporting out. They can file my taxes. So they see all of that activity, and everything is categorized clean, and it's very efficient and effective. And now what I do now is, towards the end of my day, I'll just log in, take a look at what revenue came in the last day, and then I can categorize it if it hasn't already automatically categorized itself. Great tool. Social media management tools. So as I mentioned, Go High Level is one that you could do that with, but if you chose a different software that doesn't have the social media management tools, then you'll want to have that, because you need something that can schedule and publish your posts, because you don't want to be sitting up every day, spending 30 minutes to an hour trying to come up with a post and sending it out. You can sit up on one particular day, spend an hour with your team members, come up with the ideas, the marketing tools that you want. We love using Canva. We come up with some nice, uncluttered digital images that we can schedule out, and we send that stuff out. We schedule it, and it automatically goes out while I'm in meetings, while I'm doing other sales things. And a post is probably going out now while we're doing this training recording. So you need to have a tool that can schedule your social media management. You don't want to waste time doing that, because social media is more one of those things that, you may get good business out of there, but it really just serves as a credibility tool. People can go to your site, they see that you're active in the community, maybe post some testimonials or different things like that. So you don't want to spend too much time that's taking away from your core focus. And again, Go High Level is one, Hootsuite, Buffer is another good one. And then everyone's talking about artificial intelligence now. And, they're great. A lot of people are chat GPT in it, or beautiful AI for presentations, or all these different, artificial intelligence tools. I do want to caution you, though, if you're looking up content for blogs or for email campaigns, make sure you personalize that stuff. Don't get caught up with plagiarism. And in fact, I don't know when you're going to actually see this recording, but they're talking a lot about coming up with some watermarks and different tools to help people realize when content was generated out of ChatGPT or these other AI tools, so that people aren't fooled and thinking that that is original content. But AI tools are great if you need some ideas for how can I come up with a good header for my social media post for this week or a particular campaign, or you're looking for some blog ideas, and then you can personalize those things to your specific business and industry. So hopefully these are tools that you can take a look at. I'm going to make sure that you can get a screenshot. These are definitely tools to reduce time. They'll help you with your admin burdens. They'll help you with your lead generation for sure, some of the technology adoption, and client education. Maybe you can come up with a video like this that kind of summarizes some of your basic steps and send that out to your clients when they sign on, so that they understand that you don't have to spend time on those calls repeatedly. You can just have them watch the video. So this is a big one. And excuse me while I take a brief sip of water. So how do you generate more leads? This is what we all want to do, right? This is how our business thrives. The lifeblood of our business is generating leads. And when you stop generating leads, you stop getting business. So you've got to constantly have systems and tools in place for you to be able to generate leads. But one thing that I have found that has been super effective is referral partners. Oh my goodness. What are referral partners? Well, we're going to tell you about that now. So there are 3 ways to leverage referral partners. And referral partners are those folks that have a similar client base as you, or maybe they're in the same industry as you, but they have a different aspect of it. So for example, a referral partner for an insurance agent might be a realtor. A realtor is selling a house, or is, has a client that's buying a house. They've got to have insurance for that. Or maybe it's auto dealers, as they sell cars, that customer needs to have insurance for their vehicle. Or maybe it is for an entrepreneur or business owners. You all offer such a tremendous service, but you want to align yourself with people who are working with the same type of people that have a need for what you're offering. And you all can kind of help each other, be a mutual benefit to each other. So here are 3 ways that you can leverage referral partners to help you generate more leads. So partner network collaborations. So I just mentioned it. Individuals and businesses that complement your business. So realtors, lenders, consider offering an incentive program for them if they refer you a certain amount of business. That's just a great way to leverage each other. You send them a few leads, they send you a few leads, and it's a happy relationship. Client and customer referrals. So satisfied clients are the best. If you got clients out there that you've been writing policies for over and over and over again, those are obviously your bread and butter. Those are folks that can send you more family members, coworkers, neighbors, because they know, like, and trust you. So offer referral programs for your clients and your customers and reward them if they're sending you a certain number of referrals. My wife and we own a rental property or like an Airbnb style property in Dominican Republic in Punta Cana. It's just a condo, but my wife is a realtor, and of course I do coaching programs, and she has come up with a plan that if she receives 5 referrals from any of her customers or any people in her network, that they get registered for a 3 nights free at the condo. I was like, that is brilliant. So think of unique ways that you can offer your satisfied clients a reward for sending you referrals. And then this one's a good one, especially in today's time. Influencers and industry experts are great referral partners. Go online, see if there's somebody that you like, that you follow on any one of the social media platforms. Message them privately, inbox them, send a personalized message, not a spammy message, but send out a personalized message to show how you can offer a mutual benefit. Hey, are you looking for people to come on your podcast or on your site and do a live to talk about some of the latest insurance policies that are out there or insurance trends? And you be a industry expert, but you're leveraging their audience of X number of followers that they have. And so they need industry experts. You need that audience. You all work together to help each other grow your business. You can do event partnerships. I partner a lot of times with insurance agents and realtors to get in front of their investor audience, and so we'll, merge our expenses. We throw an event at a happy hour or something like that, and we're able to partner up that way. And we share that registration list with each other. And again, don't be the type that's going to send out a bunch of spammy messages. Personalize your stuff, and that Go High Level system and some of those other tools we talked about in the previous slide can help you be more personable in your messaging. So that's quite a bit of content right there. By now, you should have 3 pages of notes. You should have your phone full of pictures and things that you've taken, because this is good stuff. And this is proven steps that it will help you grow your business. But you've got to put in the work. So one way that you've got to put in the work is by setting some clear goals and working on this stuff every single day. All right. So let's talk about some of the goals that, some ways that you can set goals, but more importantly, achieve those goals if you really want to be effective in your business. And, I'm really big on routines and coming up with, a mantra, maybe for your business, even for your own personal life. I'm very big on speaking success into reality, having vision boards out there. You got to see this stuff before it becomes a reality. So find ways that you can motivate, inspire, and encourage your team members to achieve the goals that you set. So look, these are the basics. SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You've got to be very specific on the goals that you have. We're going to close X number of insurance policies in the next quarter, or whatever. If you track it by dollar amount or by units, be specific on what the goal is. Have a way to measure it. If you don't have a way to get daily and weekly reporting, it's going to be very difficult for you to know if you're on track with those things. Make it achievable. Our subconscious mind is very powerful. And if we have something out there that we don't think is achievable, we really won't push for it. So you've got to make sure that it's achievable, yet challenging enough to stretch you out of your comfort zone. Make sure it's relevant. Don't set goals that don't have anything to do with your business. We're going to do 10 push-ups today. Well, that's a great health goal, but how does that directly relate to you talking to more prospects, closing more deals, right? And then it's got to be time-bound. When do you need to accomplish that goal? Is it by the end of the month? Is it by the end of the quarter, the year? Is it by the end of the day? So setting time-bound goals are very, very important. So these are SMART goals. You can find out, much more on this online. There's plenty of people that talk about setting up SMART goals. But this is my favorite, actually: actionable steps and plans. I believe if you reverse engineer your steps, from the end to the beginning that it is more achievable. You know, if you think about it, when you get in your car, if there's a destination that you're supposed to go to that you've never been before, and you've got a GPS on your phone or in your car, when you plug in that address, that's the end goal. All right. And GPS will tell you the turns, the highways, the stop signs that you're going to come across as you get there. But if you have a goal that you're set out there, that you've set out there, start at the end. Okay, we need to generate $150,000 in sales this month. Okay, well, what does that mean? If we're selling a product that generates, $1,500 per sale, then we know we need 100 of those bad boys to get to $150,000. Well, 100, well, there's 4 weeks and there's 5 days, there's 20 days. So we need to probably be doing about 5,000 of, whatever that is per day in order to achieve that goal. Excuse me. But, break it down from the reverse and come to the front. So what that means is I got to make X number of calls. That means I need X number of agents. That means we got to send out a certain number of emails. If you start with the end in mind, it makes it a lot easier to work your way back to where your starting point is. So I love actionable steps that tie back in a reverse angle to the actual goal that's been set. And then the accountability and tracking. We talked about accountability earlier. Hold your team members accountable to do the things that are going to need to be measured for your success. Track it, measure it, hold them accountable. Track it, measure it, hold them accountable. Analyze it. If you're the leader of that team, it ultimately is going to fall on you. So if you have somebody, if you're tracking it, you can see when someone's falling behind and you can maybe readjust or get them some help or reposition people so that they're in the right place at the right times. But it's very important that you hold people accountable and that you are tracking everything in your business. Again, a lot of this is basic stuff, but I'm telling you, the basics, your success is in the basics of your business. You've got to be able to do the simple things on a very, very consistent basis for you to achieve success. Your success and your failure lies within your daily habits. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of this thing, but this is where the motivation comes in, the mindset, taking action, staying positive, expect success in everything that you do. Believe that it's possible and take action now. So I've got a short video that I put out there probably a couple months ago, and I posted this on social media, and hopefully it will play for you. I want to make sure. Let's take a listen. Hey, it's Victor Vonico Johnson coming at you with a quick message. Listen, stop scrolling. Stop what you're doing right now. It is go time. It's your time. It's time for you to get off the sidelines. Stop watching everybody else succeed. Stop watching everybody else build their business, write their book, get that promotion, buy their house. It's your time. It's time for you to stop watching everybody else. Take action to get yourself in the position that you want to be. Do it now. Stop scrolling. Stop watching what everybody else is doing, looking at everybody else. They are not your competition. You are your competition. It's go time. It's your time. Get out there today. Stop procrastinating. Put everything to the side that's distracting you and go forward. It doesn't matter if you're scared, but you do have what it takes to get wherever you're trying to go. But you got to take action. Do it now. Stop waiting. Take action now. Hopefully that audio played. If not, they can share this slide with you all. And you can always go to my YouTube channel, Create Your Future Self. That's a YouTube channel where I post a lot of those inspirational and motivational messages. But listen, you've got to believe that this is possible for your team. This is the way that you're going to get there, because every action that you take in your business is going to be driven and predicated on your intention and your belief. If you don't believe that you can do it, it's going to be very hard to convince the rest of your team members to do it. So I hope this is encouraging you to get out there, take some steps right away. Like hopefully you've got some stars next to some things that you need to do right away to get your business to that next level. I'm telling you, it's very important that you take daily action and hold your team members accountable. All right, so I've got some coaching programs. Feel free to reach out to me, bethevictor.us, or you can scan the QR code. But, again, my thing is, I just really think that if I can help you be the best version of yourself so you can go back to your team and be the better business that you can be, then I want to do it. I love pouring back into the community and helping people thrive in their business because the services that you all are offering as insurance agents are priceless. I can't tell you how many times I relied on my independent insurance agents to help me in my real estate transactions and in my personal home and in my auto and business. So hopefully this is something that will help you. And if you need additional, more personalized help, reach out to me. Lastly, I'm an entrepreneur and I need feedback. I need to know where I can do better, what was good for you, what benefited you. Got a short questionnaire, might be 3 questions. I'm offering a door prize. If you can complete it, you can get a download of my book for free, an e-version of the book. But I really just want to get your feedback about what you thought and how I can improve, if I can improve as a speaker, as a trainer, facilitator. And I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm going to thank you in advance for taking a moment to do it. Shouldn't take you but a few seconds to complete the few questions there. But that is something that as a speaker and facilitator, that means a lot to me. And I take this feedback and I share it with my community so that they can see the value that I add to the world. So I'll leave that up there for a couple more seconds. If you have questions, of course, you can always reach out to me at victor@bethevictor.us, not .com, but at .us. My website is bethevictor.us. Germania Insurance, this has been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to put up my contact information now. Hopefully you've got this QR code here scanned already. All right, so if you want to connect, again, bethevictor.us. I've told you about my YouTube channel, Create Your Future Self. I'm on Instagram, Victor V_Johnson, and on the LinkedIn platform, my full name, Victor Vonico, Vonico Johnson. And look, I just want to be of service. If I can help you in any capacity to be the best version of yourself, to be the best leader for yourself, to be the best team for your team, then that's what my mission is. I appreciate this opportunity. Again, my name is Victor Vonico Johnson. Go out there and be the victor for your business. Thank you.